Om Shanti. Today's topic is what is self-sovereignty? And today's topic is very interesting for we Baba's children. And we Baba's children, since when have become Baba's children, and since when we have recognized Baba, since when Baba has adopted us, Baba has made us the ruler of the new world. Baba says, you children are the ruler of the new world. Whenever Baba talks about this, that you are the ruler of the world, you belong to the royal families, you belong to the king and queen's dynasty. So at that time, I always think Baba uplifts us so high, and Baba wants us to fulfill all the sanskar, all the habits of king and queen or emperor or empress of the new world. Now we have to see, when we have become Baba's children and Baba has made us ruler of the world, whether we children have that consciousness in ourselves or not. Sometimes we children feel that we are the ruler of the world, but sometimes we don't feel that consciousness. Sometimes our stage becomes so low, so degraded, and we want to uplift ourselves, and then it becomes very difficult for us to reach to that such a high stage. And secondly, I have seen Baba has given us so much in our life. Whether we have the realization of all the properties which Baba has given to us. Sometimes I have seen some sisters and brothers, they have so many qualities, they have so many properties of this knowledge, but still they don't have the realization of those properties or that knowledge or that consciousness, and they don't feel so much happiness in their life, and they don't act according to the qualities which Baba has given to them. For example, Baba says that you are the one going to rule the whole world. Now we have to see whether we have that consciousness or not, whether we have those sanskars in our life or not. I would like to tell you one story which tells us how much realization we have and how much negligence we have for ourselves, for Baba, and for Baba's knowledge. There is a story about in Bhakti. And in Bhakti cult it is said, and we also know, whosoever was going in front of gods and goddesses, even in the temple or any religious places, they were achieving something in their life. If we see our previous history of any country, if any person was going to see any king or queen, they were not coming back empty-handed. They were given something from the palaces, they were given something from the king and queen. So as soon as we become Baba's children, even Baba also tells in the Murli, If any child realizes for 1 second that Baba is my father, he becomes the inheritant even in the golden aged world. Baba says, whosoever comes in Baba's house, he never goes empty handed from Baba's house. He gets lots of knowledge. He gets his fortune. He fulfills his apron with different kinds of blessings and boons. And Baba also gives them lot of tolis also. So what happens? In Bhakti cult, it was also said, whosoever was going in front of gods and goddesses, they were achieving something in their life. And there is a story, once what happened, there were few pilgrim people, they went to a religious place, and after taking round of the religious place, when they were coming back, it was too late and too dark, and in the night they were so tired. They wanted to stop somewhere. But what happened when they were in the religious place? God was so busy in somewhere and he did not give him something. And when they were on the way, God realized that he has to give something to these people. So they were thinking, and what happened on the night, very dark, and they were tired and they were thinking to take rest. But suddenly, one voice came from behind, and that voice said, "Stop." And all those people stopped. And after that, the voice came, "Bow down." They all bow down. And after that, then the voice came, "Collect the stones with you. And whatever stones you want to collect with you. After collecting the stones, don't stop. Keep on going ahead. Don't see behind." So these people were a little afraid and they thought there may be some animal on the way. So they collected some stones and they started to walk and they didn't see behind. And in the morning when they reached to their places and there was a light, when they saw their pocket and checked their pocket, and those stones were very precious stones and they were diamonds. And those people, they were so happy. But out of those people, there were one or two, they were so much unhappy and they started to cry. And they were sad in their life. And they said, if we knew these are the diamonds, we must have taken more. And we have not taken so much. And they were crying. And they were so sad. They were so unhappy in their life. And there were other people, those who took little bit, and they were so happy. They said, "Oh, this is our fortune. We got so many diamonds." So in the same way, Baba tells us, whosoever comes in Baba's house, they get lot of diamonds of knowledge. They get lot of precious jewels in their life. But they don't have the realization of that precious jewels in their life. They always keep on looking at others. When they keep on looking at others, they forget about their self-sovereignty. They can't take benefit of their sovereignty. They always feel unhappiness in their life. They say, "Oh, such and such brothers are getting lot of chances, and he and she have such a big responsibilities. We don't have any responsibilities." And during Baba's meeting we see, we all come here to see Baba. We all come here to get lot of benefit from Baba. We come here to take benefit from Baba's drishti. And Baba's drishti is such a big, wide drishti, it reaches to the end of the hall. It reaches to the whole world. But what happens? We always keep on looking at others. Such and such person sitting very close close to Baba, very front of Baba. I'm sitting in the corner. And what Baba is giving to that child, they don't take benefit. They get so much feeling in their life. Oh, this time we did not get a right seat. This time we did not have a proper seat. We did not get a drishti. We got drishti. We came in front of Baba. We came in line and Baba was fulfilling us. So those who are having the self-conscious of, the real conscious of self-sovereignty, they never look at others. They always pay attention on self. They always live in their consciousness. They always imbibe the royal sanskar in themselves. The self-sovereignty means the royalty of sanskar. We know about Brahma Baba, the previous life of Brahma Baba. When he was dealing before this Gyan, when he was dealing with Lokic people, when he was going to the king and queen, once you know about this story, once one king said, Dada, I want to tell you one thing. God has done a very big mistake. He has to make you a king. But he has made us king. Your sanskars are so royal, so elevated. You are like a king. So Baba says, those who have this consciousness of self-sovereignty, their sanskars will be very royal, very pure, high sanskar, elevated thoughts. Though they are in this Sangam Yuga, very incognito. I know Baba tells in one of the Murli, Baba always says, there are some children, they are very incognito. The time will come, they will come in front. Now no one can understand. They are making incognito efforts. And then when the time will come and they will be glorified and their name will be glorified, they are the one who are going to be the ruler of the new world. And those who will adopt the royal sanskar, they can maintain their sovereignty. Even we know that in this Sangam Yuga, sometime we know some sisters and brothers, they always have this consciousness. The one who is looking after the center, they will become the ruler. Some think that those who have the responsibility of such and such service, they will become the ruler. Some think that those who have this and that responsibility, they may become the ruler. Or some those who are very close to the Adhis and Baba, and they think they will become the ruler and they will come into the royal families. Though we know they will come into the royal families, but those who will have the high status in the royal families, they will call this real sovereign. Those who become the, what we can say, slaves, are those who get a low status in the sovereignty. That is not a real sovereignty for them. And Baba says that we have to check ourselves how our sanskars are equal to Baba. And Baba says, those who are the ruler of their thoughts, those who are the ruler of their organs, their senses, they will become the real sovereign, the real ruler in the new world. We know the story about Mahatma Buddha. Mahatma Buddha, he was a king, but he left his kingdom. He adopted the path of sannyas, renunciation. One day, he crossed one road and went to a forest. And at that time, one astrologer he crossed. After seeing the footprint of that person, he was surprised. And he said, these are the footprint of a king. But king never goes alone. He never walks barefooted. And how it happened, the king walked on foot on this road in this forest. And he was thinking whether my astrology is right or wrong. And then he followed all the footsteps. In the end, he reached to that Mahatma Buddha. And after seeing Mahatma Buddha, he said, you are king, but why you are sitting in that position? Why you are sannyasi? Your life story tells that you are the king. So Mahatma Buddha said, king is the one who is the ruler of his sense organs. I am the ruler of all the thoughts. King does not mean you have lot of things. In bhakti we know those who have given so much in donation and they got that status of king and queen, but they are not the real king and queen. Baba makes us the real king and queen, and that is why Baba always tells us that always pay attention on your thoughts. We know about Brahma Baba's life story. Even before Baba's part started, Brahma Baba, he had his diary, one diary. He used to write in the diary that I am the honor. This mind is my slave. Why my mind is going here and there? He used to fight with the mind. And all these things are written in the diary. Oh, my mind, you are my slave. I am your master. You cannot go from here to there. Whatever order I give, you have to follow me. And you cannot waste my time. So like that, Baba made so much efforts with himself. And because of those efforts, he had the sanskars of the king, the emperor. So now we have to check, how can we imbibe all those sanskars of sovereignty in ourselves? First of all, we have to check ourselves, the thought which I am creating, whether these thoughts are the royal thoughts, are positive thoughts, are unnecessary thoughts, are wasteful thoughts. Baba has given us such a royal way Even Baba, whatever efforts Baba wants to make us from us, he taught us in such a royal way. Baba says, you are the one who are going to become the ruler. Your sanskar should be very royal. Baba never said that you are so degraded, you can't make efforts, you can't do like this, you are so bad, you had so many sanskars. Baba gave us the realization of our pure sanskar. Baba made us the conscious of our high sanskar, the elevated thoughts. And that is why Baba always tells in the Murli, whenever you create any thought, your thought should be very elevated. Your thought should be high. Your thought should be for self-progress. Your thought should be for the benefit of others. Your thought should be for the transformation for others. We know about Baba. When anyone was coming in front of Baba, Baba knew that such and such person has some weakness, such and such person has some problem, mental problem, and Baba knew that such and such person has such and such thought they want to tell Baba. As soon as they were coming in front of Baba, their thoughts were reaching to Baba. So instead of describing their weaknesses, Baba used to mention the quality of those children. Why Baba used to mention the qualities of those children? Because Baba knew they have to feel those qualities, those sanskars, those habits in themselves. If I made them realize all the time you have this weakness, you have this weakness, you have this shortcoming, and you have done such and such things, and they will not be able to adopt those qualities. So in that way, Baba filled all the royal sanskar, all the qualities in the children. In the same way, what we have to do, if we want to have the consciousness of self-sovereignty, we should always have high thoughts in our life. If we keep on creating, if we make this habit, creating of high thoughts, slowly and slowly, our weaknesses will go away, finish. And we will become used to our high thoughts. Our nature, our behavior, our way of talking, way of thinking, way of working, that will totally change. As we know about Brahma Baba, his way of talking, his way of thinking, his way of walking, his way of speaking, that was so elevated. Even when those people were coming, they were getting that realization that Brahma Baba had so much royalty in each action. Baba performed all kinds of the activities. Baba did all kinds of the service of the yajna. I tell you one story. One day what happened? Baba was busy in garden and giving water to the plants, and he was busy, and he was wearing shirt and half pant and busy in the garden. Once what happened, and one visitor came and he said that we want to see the guru of this institution. And Baba said, okay, you go and sit in the visitor room. I call the guru of this institution. And Baba's way was so royal, and they were very much impressed. Even this gardener, he's very royal, and the way of his talking is so royal, and they were very much impressed. And Baba went inside and changed his clothes and came back and sat in front of those people, and those people were looking all the time at Baba. And they were not dare to ask from Baba, what should we ask? And after talking to Baba, and in the end, they said, Baba, can we ask a question? Baba said, why not? You can ask a question. Baba, you were the same in the garden. And Baba, after listening that, Baba was smiling. Baba smiled. And they said, and they were so much impressed, being such a highest authority. And he was giving water to the plants. So they were very much impressed by Baba's action. Even now when we see Avyakt Baba, how much royalty is there. Baba speaks in a royal way. When we go in front of Baba, we see, we feel, we get the vibration. And we get the vibration of royalty all around. So Baba also tells us, so first of all, we have to pay attention on self, that we have to create a royal sanskar in ourselves. Secondly, Baba says, if you want to create a royal sanskar in yourself, you have to make of habit the listening of royalty, the righteous thing, through your ears. Otherwise, in Brahman life, we are very close to each other. We want to share our thoughts with each others. If we don't want to share with Brahmins, so where will we share our thoughts? We share our beautiful news, we share our beautiful services, we share about the self-progress, self-transformation. But in between, we share about our weaknesses to others. We share about the weaknesses of others to other people. So what happens? While sharing, we forget that what we are going to create in the minds of our Brahmins. We know that we are going to tell something in a very simple way. But I tell you about Mama. Mama was so mature, and Mama's heart was such a broad heart, broad mind. And whosoever was coming in front of Mama, and whosoever was telling anything to Mama, Mama never expressed through her face. Mama never expressed the weaknesses of any Brahmin to anyone. Mama knew those who have come, they have come here to transform themselves. We can't expect them fully completed. We can't expect them from them. They are transformed immediately. It will take little time for them to transform. And after that, Mama never expressed their weaknesses in any talk. Mama used to give them so many yuktis, how to uplift them, but never express their weaknesses in any talk. So this was the reason Mama also got such a high status in her life. So that is why Baba says, those who have this consciousness of self-sovereignty, they will be very, very introverted in their life. They will be very introverted in their thoughts, in their words. If we see the king and queen, how they speak, they don't speak so much. They speak very little. One or two sentences, very royal, very beautiful, very positive. They never speak so loudly. They speak very softly. They speak in such a way. But what we do, whatever we want to tell, we tell everything very straight. No royalty. Baba used to teach the children, but he taught the children in a royal way. Gulzar Dadi used to mention sometime when their little children were there, and Baba wanted to teach them each and everything. So how to create the habit of royalty. One day what happened? Baba, when there were so very, very little children were there, one day what had happened, Baba said, all the children, sit in this hall and see, check yourself. You are going to become the prince and princess. And if you want to become a prince and princess, how they will sit, how they will walk, how they will talk. So Baba taught them. In that way, Baba created their habits. That is why Baba always mentioned in the Murli, keep a photograph of your future in front of you. As Brahma Baba used to go in front of the picture of Narayana and used to sit and used to check, I am the one going to become Narayan, whether I have those sanskars in myself or not. And Baba also taught us, you keep the picture of your future in front of you and check yourself how you are creating those thoughts, those sanskars in yourself. And secondly, Baba says, those who will have the consciousness of self-sovereignty, their way of speaking will be very, very royal. I used to tell you one story that is about bhakti. Once what happened, there was one astrologer, where he was called in one of the kingdom in front of king. And as he went in front of king, and he immediately said, "O king, you will die after a few years." Your history is telling this, and you will die after a few years. And after listening this, king was so upset, and he said, "Throw this man out of this kingdom." And he was so angry. And after few days, another astrologer was invited, and king wanted to know how long he is going to stay. And that astrologer was very sensible. He said, "No one from your family will leave the body before you." That means you are the one going to leave the body first. So, in that royal way, he said, so the way he said, but king did not understood. So he was so happy that no one will leave body before me. So that, see how the people used to express their words, used to express their thoughts, because that was the reality. The first astrologer, he said it was also reality. But the way he could not express how to tell, he told everything very straight. And the other person, he told in a positive or a polished way. So Baba says that you are the one who are becoming the ruler. And whenever you talk to anyone, you always talk in a such a way, your thoughts, your words never hurt to any person. Otherwise, in the field of service, we have seen, we argue so much, we debate so much, we want to do so much, we do so much, but because of our behavior, because of our way of talking, because of our sanskar, because of our way of dealing with Brahmins, so we get little bit tension in our life. Instead of doing service, we get unhappiness in our life. So that is why Baba says, even during the time of service, while dealing with Brahmins, those who have the consciousness of self-sovereignty, they will deal in that royal way which will not hurt to themselves and which will not hurt to other Brahmins. And they will also have mutual understanding. Otherwise, sometimes we understand others, sometimes we don't understand ourselves. So Baba tells us that we have to pay attention on our words also. In one of the Murli, Baba also mentioned that the words which are spoken by Brahmins, they become true. They are like stamp. When someone is going for getting a visa, and when one stamp is there, no means no. And if they get it, that means they got it. Baba says, if you Brahmins say, this Brahmin cannot change, this cannot do it, this cannot be done, so that means you are putting a stamp. Baba says you have to pay attention on your words. So whenever we talk about sovereignty, now we have to see what sovereignty we have achieved in our Brahmin life in this confluence age. Sovereignty means so much in our life. So first kind of the sovereignty which Baba has given to us, that is the sovereignty of knowledge. Baba has given us so much knowledge. If we keep on churning on that knowledge, if we go into the depth of each and every point, you yourself will feel how much power we have achieved in ourselves. Otherwise, because of a good intellect, we are very good in giving knowledge, we can give so many good points. But in the beginning of this institution, of this yajna, Those who came, Baba taught them only first lesson, you are the soul. But they were so much merged in that consciousness. They had such a deep experience of soul consciousness. They had a deep experience of God's love. And they were like a king and queen. They were having so much inner power. They were authority of knowledge. But this time, we have so much knowledge, but we are not the authority of the knowledge. The first sovereignty which Baba has given to us, we don't have the experience of that. If we don't have the experience of that, so we cannot maintain the sovereignty in self. Our stage will keep on going on up and down. Sometime we will be flying. Sometime we will keep on sitting. Sometime we will be very sad in our life. Though we have so much knowledge in our life, that is why Baba always mentioned in the Murli, you are master knowledgeful. In few of the classes I already explained about this. What is the meaning of the master? You know what is the meaning of master? What is the meaning of that? Master, what is the meaning of master? If anyone can tell this? Master means the authority of the subject. When we say such and such person is a master, master means he has so much authority of that subject. That means he has so much experience of that subject. But as soon as we become Baba's children, Baba gave us first title that you are master knowledgeful. But we don't have the sovereignty of knowledge in self. Why? Because we did not have the experience of knowledge. We have not applied that knowledge in our life. That is why Baba is repeating all the points of knowledge every day in the Murli. Same thing Baba is telling us so many times, that you are a soul in a different way. Why Baba mentions us all the time? The reason is that I don't know, sister, what's the name of? Name is also not written. Brother Raman and sister. So we have to see first sovereignty which Baba has given us, that is knowledge. And that sovereignty no one can snatch from us. No one can take from us. In the worldly life we see, today is a king, and then people come and they attack on that, they take the kingdom and they make them slave. But Baba says the knowledge, sovereignty of knowledge is such a high, and this belongs to each and every one. And no one can take this sovereignty from you unless you pay attention on this. If you don't pay attention on this, then Maya will come and Maya will take all kinds of happiness from you. And second sovereignty which Baba has given to us, that is sovereignty of all the titles. If we make the list of all the titles, that will be in number of thousands and thousands, which Baba has given us so many titles in Sakar Murli and in Avyakt Murli. Every day Baba gives us so many titles. You are an angel, your lighthouse, your might house. And the third sovereignty which Baba has given to us, that is the eye of knowledge, we can say third eye, which no one has in this world. The fourth sovereignty which Baba has given to us, that is the sovereignty of happiness. We Baba's children have so much happiness in our life. When outside people see, they are so surprised. They say when we go to Brahma Kumari's institution, everyone's faces are glooming. They are so happy. What they have achieved in their life, they can't understand. They are so simple. They live in this world. But they are so happy. If we listen to the experience of so many Brahmins, so many incidents happens in their life, so much happens in their life. But by seeing their life, they say they have so much in their life. I tell you one story about Mama. A long time ago, when there was a little bit opposition about this institution, that we can say about 40 years or 45 years ago. Once what happened, and one family was in Gyan, and the husband of the father of that family was not in Gyan, and he was all the time fighting with his wife, and so much struggle was going on. But he was always saying, I want to see your Mama. And the family didn't want to show him Mama, because they were afraid if he goes in front of Mama and he will speak something wrong, and that is not good. And that family was not taking that person in front of Mama. But he was insisting, he wants to see Mama. And one day he ran away from the house and he went to the center and he said, I want to see Mama, I want to see Mama. And then sister sent message to Mama, and Mama said, let him come. Why you are stopping him? Let him come. As soon as he went in front of Mama, and he was so surprised, he said, these sisters, they are making a biggest mistake in their life. Why they are hiding Mama? Mama is the highest personality. And Mama had so much royalty, so pure, so light. And he bowed in front of Mama. He gave complaint against them in front of Mama, and Mama was giving so much love. Mama said, oh child, come, come. And he was so much impressed. And wherever he was going and telling everyone, if you want to see in this institution, go and see Mama. And this institution, the highest institution. Few days ago he was telling so many wrong things about the institution. But after seeing Mama, he was expressing to so many people and telling to so many people, Mama is the highest. So why? Because Mama had all the royal sanskar. So that is why Baba also tell us that I have given you the sovereignty of happiness in your life. And those who have this consciousness that we belong to Baba, we belong to God, those who have real love for God, they always keep on dancing in that happiness. As there is a song, after achieving you, we have achieved everything in our life. Those who have this real consciousness that we belong to Baba, Baba is my father, they are the real sovereign in this world. They are the real king in this world. And those who don't have this consciousness, those who don't have the real love for Baba, so their happiness keep on shaking. Another sovereignty which Baba has given to us, Baba has given us all the powers. Power of light, power of might, Baba has given so many powers. Baba says, you are the powerful soul. Even those who are the people powerful in this world, they are not powerful. If you are in your yogi stage, when outside people come, they bow in front of you. They don't have so much yoga power as we have. And this is the highest sovereignty. And then another sovereignty is the sovereignty of the virtues and qualities. Baba has filled all the virtues, all the qualities in us. Those who have the qualities and virtues, they are the real ruler of the world. Once someone asked a question from me, how your Dadi rules this institution? We always say, she is not ruling, but her qualities, her virtues are commanding on each and everyone's mind. She never demanded for seat. But because of her quality, she got that seat. So Baba says, those who pay attention on this, to imbibe the qualities in self, and those who are very much conscious of their qualities, they are the real sovereign. There is a story about King Ashok in India. When he fought for another kingdom, so many people were died. There was a lot of blood. And after seeing that, he said, this is not a real kingdom. The real kingdom is that to win the hearts of the people. So Baba says, by your qualities, by your royal sanskar, you can win your bad habits. You can control your mind. And you can win the hearts of the whole world. I would like to tell you one story about King Alexander. When he got a very big victory and when he was going back to his country, and people of his country in Athens, they wanted to give a grand reception to him. And very big stage was made for his grand reception. So when he was going there, one old lady was standing there. And she wanted to welcome the king. She had a garland and she welcomed the king, and after that, before going to the stage, after that she gave one handkerchief to King Alexander. And she said to the king, I'm happy you got such a big victory in your life, but I want to know how you got this victory. But this is a handkerchief, there is a knot, and how you will open this knot from this handkerchief. The king was so much proud of his victory. He said, what is this? It is so easy. He cut the handkerchief with the sword. She said, this is what I wanted to know, what you have done in your whole life. You have cut the head of so many people. This is not your real kingdom. If you win the heart of the human being, that will be your real kingdom. You have not achieved the real victory. This is not a real victory, and that won't remain for a long time. So that is why Baba also tells us, you are the royal children of Baba. You should also have the royalty in yourself. Through your royal action, through your royal sanskar, through your royal way of speaking, you can win the hearts of the human being. You can win the hearts of the whole Brahmin family. You can win the hearts of dadis. You can sit on the heart of Baba's throne. You know, Baba has mentioned in one of the Murli, those who will get the certificate from Brahmin and those who will get the certificate from seniors, those who will get the certificate from self, and in the end they will get certificate from Baba. The first certificate which we have to get from Brahmin. The second certificate we have to get from seniors. The third certificate we have to get from self. And after receiving these three certificates, the fourth certificate Baba will give to us. But how can we win the heart of a Brahmin family? Through our royal sanskars. Through our royal nature. Through our royal behavior. Through our loveful relations for each and every one. And another sovereignty which we have achieved from Baba, that is the sovereignty of the love. Those who have love for Baba, those who have love for Brahmins, they are the real ruler of self, they are the real ruler for others. And those who don't have love for Baba, how can they achieve powers in themselves? Those who don't have love for Baba, then they cannot achieve all the powers which Baba is giving to us. Because of love, our dadis, they have become the ruler. Because of Baba's love, they removed all their weaknesses. They fulfilled all the qualities in themselves. Because of Baba's love, they were dying for Baba's service. And they wanted to give that love to each and every one. And because of that love, they are giving and giving, giving and giving. And they have become the ruler. Not a ruler of the Brahmin family, they have become the ruler of self. So if we want to have the consciousness of self-sovereignty, the first step we have to take in our life to create the habit of having love for self, love for Baba, and love for Brahmin family. As it is said in Dwapar Yuga, the king used to have love, so much love for the subject. If we don't have love for Brahmins, and how we will create our kingdom in the golden age world? If we don't love Baba, so we won't love the Brahmin family. So for creating self-sovereignty, we have to create love in ourselves. And then, after that, when we do the service of others with love, that gives so much result. That helps us. That breaks our boundaries. That breaks our barriers. Otherwise, we have so many barriers in our life. Sometimes some Brahmins, they tell, I have so much love for this and that person. I have so much love for this and that person. But though I love her, but I always get the reverse result. So, but what we do, how we use our way of love, how we use our qualities in a different way, and because of that different way, we do not get the proper result. So, what we do here, we have so many good thoughts, but our thoughts go in a reverse way. When we are driving the car, while driving, we start doing reverse gear, what will happen? There will be accident. So we have our so many good thoughts. Okay, let this sister go away. I will do this task. She's sick. Let her take rest. So instead of creating such thought, we should help them. Not have that thought, I can do better than her. So our thought reaches to those people. Baba says Brahmin's thoughts are like a magnet. They are so pure. They reaches to those people. So our thoughts reaches to them, and because of those thoughts, there is a struggle of thoughts. When there is a struggle of thought, and we get unhappiness, we think, oh, I wanted to do so much. I have so much love for her. I have so much best wishes for her. I have pure wishes for her. Even in meditation when we sit, we keep on sending pure wishes for her. Baba says, you have a loveful relationship for the others. Then see the result. So in that way, we create such a thoughts that give a reverse connection, reverse relation, and that gives us suffering, and that affects on the sovereignty of happiness, that affects on the sovereignty of our qualities, that affects on the sovereignty of our inner powers. So Baba says, if you want to maintain self-sovereignty, you have to pay attention on self, and you have to create so much power in yourself. And when you have inner power, with the help of inner power, you can rule on yourself, you can rule on others. Om Shanti.